Kwento tungkol sa race car driving at pag-ibig ang ating tatalakayin dito sa studio kasama ang isang maituturing na Pinoy pride, ang Filipino-Swiss race car driver na si Marlon Stockinger. Good morning, Marlon.
Good morning.
Okay, kilalang-kilala ka sa Pilipinas dahil ikaw yung talagang race car driver at I understand ikaw yung unang-unang Pilipino na nakasali sa Formula 1, tama ba?
Yes, Cara. So it's a couple years ago I got the opportunity talaga to race. Well, not race, but drive and test a Formula 1 car with Lotus. And it was a really incredible experience.
Alright.
Yeah.
Maraming mga tao iniisip parang, ay, siguro foreigner yan, siguro lumaki yan sa ibang bansa, kaya nagkaroon ng pagkakataon na makasali dyan sa mga ganyang klaseng race. Pero ang hindi alam ng marami, ikaw ay laking Maynila at dito ka talaga nagsimula sa Maynila na maging mahilig sa race car driving, di ba? 9 years old ka nga lang ba? Tama ba nung nag-start ka?
Yes, Cara. So dito talaga nag-start ako sa Pinas. Pag sa karera with go-karts in Carmona.
Cavite?
In Cavite.
Alright.
And yeah, so it was...
Ay, ito ba yun? You have a picture. Ang liit-liit mo, Diyos ko nun. Grabe. Tapos, nagre-race car ka na nun.
So it was parang I think that might have been the first time actually that I ever sat in a go-kart. So it was my father's fault. I blame him for that. And ever since that day, parang the rest was history. Because yeah, I've been racing now the last 16 years. So it's been a really, really big part of my life.
Oo, at maraming parte ng buhay mo abroad.
Yes. So,
Kasi nagtitrain ka doon, nagre-race ka doon.
yeah, so when I was 16, 17, I left home. I left lahat yung mga family ko, yung friends ko, I left them to live in England by myself. So I've been on the road, flying, driving, racing ever since I was 17.
What is it about racing na talagang di mo na ito binitawan?
Parang it's more the adrenaline rush talaga. Kasi it's a feeling you can't explain when you only cross the finish line. So maybe it's similar to competing in like, I don't know, marathons or triathlons. That when you cross the finish line, you have this rush of accomplishment. Whether you win it, whether you lose it, the feeling's always the same, you know. So it's a really addictive and cool feeling, actually.
Okay, sinabi mo, adrenaline rush, yung parang addiction to speed, ganyan. Yung mga salitang yan, palaging ang iniisip dyan, danger. When you go very, very fast, when your heart is pumping, tapos talagang may adrenaline rush ka, kaakibat niyan yung risk ng danger. And ikaw, na-involve ka na rin sa accident before.
Oo, like, pero dati pa yan, I think I had mga 1 or 2 big accidents in my racing career, but parang the safety standards that motorsport has come along with ever since, let's say, the early 90s, or even before that, where you had a lot of deaths in racing. The governing body, the FIA, they've ensured that, you know, safety standards are very high and it's very unlikely that it happens. But that's also parang part of the lure, you know, yung appeal ng karera is the danger going quick. But it's assured that, you know, most of the time, if you have a big accident naman, you can walk away from it.
Dito sa Pilipinas, may ilang mga kabataan na involved sa drag racing. But that's totally different from what you do.
Yes. I mean, I would never say you should go drag racing on the streets.
It's different.
Iba yan. Yeah. Kasi pag yung ginawa natin, it's certified, you know, you're with professional people, yung mga racetrack, yung mga marshal. Kahit yung mga marshal, actually some of the best are Pinoy rin eh. Because I used to do some races in the Middle East or even here in Asia, and a lot of the marshals actually ended up being Filipino. So they've been trained, they know how to take care of you if there's an accident or to warn other drivers that there's an accident around the corner or wherever you are on the track. And pag sa drag racing on the street,
Iba yun.
Iba
Walang
yun kasi, yeah, it's just...
Walang rules yun eh.
There's no rules. At saka the most important part about that is, if something goes wrong, not only are you risking your own life, but you're risking the public's life, people's life, you know? So I'm very much against drag racing or racing on the streets. In fact, it's just get from point A to point B. That's the most important. You don't want.
So hindi ibig sabihin na porke magaling ka sa drag racing, eh pwede ka nang sumunod sa yapak ni Marlon Stockinger.
I mean, obviously, those people who have a passion for that, I understand. But if you want to get it out of your system, go to we have racetracks here in the Philippines.
Right.
You can go to Clark. You can go
Right.
go to Batangas. There's proper drag strips there, you know, where
Don't
it's
use the
safe.
streets.
Yeah, don't use the streets. The streets is for the public. There's pedestrians. There's bikes, cars, all these things. You know, people walking across the street. So you don't want to take that risk, talaga.
Ikaw, Marlon, kapag nagdadrive ka dito sa Pilipinas, kaskasero ka ba?
No, I mean, I'm pretty tame. And normally, like, what's this? When I get home, a lot of the time, I'm just with the family or they drive me around because
Alright.
I kind of get frustrated naman with the traffic. It can be a bit crazy. So I'm happy I arrived here early enough and on time. But yeah, normally if I have to do it, I drive myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kaakibat din ng car racing yung expenses. I understand kanina nag-uusap tayo na para makasali ka sa mga race na to, kailangan talaga may sponsors ka kasi it's very expensive. Give us an idea how expensive is this sport.
Well, too expensive. But no, honestly, if you get the right chance, if you have the talent, and I really believe in the talent of the Philippines and our country. In my generation, kasi all the people I raced against, they could have easily been in my position or even done well in motorsport themselves. And I think it's something, you know, Pinoys have. We have the mentality for it, yung laban na laban, never give up attitude, whether we're at the back or at the front.
Kailangan lang ng suporta.
It's just, yeah, all about having the support talaga. So, it's part of racing, it's a business in the end, but it's a profitable business, you know? If companies or whoever gets involved, they can benefit from it. So it's not just take and you never see the money and we all go around racing in circles. It's beneficial, you know? It's a platform as well.
So, pangmayaman lang ba itong sport na to? Masasabi bang ganon? Or hindi
Never.
naman?
No, kasi also a lot of the people you see in F1 or myself or people who have gotten to the top level of motorsport, most of them even didn't have or were very poor themselves to a certain extent. Not that they were, you know, struggling on the street, but they didn't have the means naman to fund themselves all the way to the top. They needed support, but they also at the same time needed to show the talent. So it's, again, you give something, but you need to take something also.
Yung mga Pilipino talagang sobrang proud kami nung nalaman namin that you're racing sa Formula 1. Pero after that, medyo naging quiet yung career mo. What's next for you ba? Ano bang pinaghahandaan mong big race?
Obviously, yeah. So for this year, it's still quiet because we're putting into plans basically for 2017 the next upcoming racing season. So one main thing is to look talaga yung suporta tsaka sponsorship. If that's possible, that always helps here. And I'm hoping to race again in the Blancpain GT series. So it's been a really great series with the best GT drivers and cars in the world. So that's the cool thing kasi yung mga kotse dyan sa championship na yan, it's cars you see on the street. So pwede mag-relate yung mga tao sa mga kotse natin. So it's a really cool series and I'm hoping I get the opportunity to race that this year.
Kasi sayang naman ang talent ng Pilipino at saka yung hard work natin,
Yes.
'di ba? At lakas ng loob ng mga Pinoy kung hindi susuportahan.
Yeah. No, and it's sayang lang kasi we've come so far already.
Yeah.
I think like there wasn't really this blueprint before and me having the career I did in motorsport thanks to also local companies in the Philippines supporting me.
Yeah.
And obviously lahat yung mga fans, I mean, they're super proud talaga. So, sayang lang if it doesn't keep pushing through and I really believe that, you know, one day I can bring a championship back home to the Philippines.
Talaga naman ang mga Pilipino ngayon talagang pang-international na. Pasensya ka na Marlon pero may isa pa kasing issue ngayon sa buhay mo. Kailangan ka naming tanungin kasi the Miss Universe competition is coming up and international figure din yung girlfriend mo na si Miss Universe Pia Wurtzbach.
Yes.
alam ko you're a very private person, pero paano ba kayo, nagulat na lang ang lahat na parang, oh, may boyfriend na pala si Pia. How did you guys meet?
Yeah, so we always knew each other through like parang the same social circles and
So even before she was Miss Universe, kilala mo
yes, but not naman like really properly together or
Alright.
any of these things. And I think we really just this year got to connect and it's just been really wonderful. So I'm very happy.
Maraming mga tao gustong-gusto si Pia. Even the candidates and yung organizers ng Miss Universe talagang bilib na bilib sa confidence niya. But we all see her as Miss Universe with the crown. How is she like without the crown?
I think pretty much the same. Kasi with Pia talaga, the nice thing about her, she's very unfiltered. So what you see is what you get with her. And kahit even with or without the crown, she's still her genuine self. So I think that's the really nice thing about Pia. She's always genuine, 100% true and honest with how she is.
Ang problema ninyo, ikaw, busy-busy ka sa training, si Pia, ang dami rin niyang ginagawa, tapos siya pumupunta sa iba-ibang bansa, ikaw rin pumupunta sa iba-ibang bansa. How do you guys find time?
Well, I'm also, I don't know sometimes, actually. But no, it's actually really good because I think when two people have a career, they can focus on their own lives, but then have this personal life or relationship with someone. And it's nice kasi pag kay Pia, I can relate with her. So kahit siya yung may corona, ako naman may helmet lang. We put something on our heads when we go to work, but it's cool because we can kind of relate in that way, you know? And I really admire her hard work and work ethic, and I think she also does with me, and we somehow come in the middle and it all works out talaga.
Okay,
So,
may long-term plans na ba kayo?
no, I mean, I think for now it's one step at a time, one day at a time. And yeah, I just wanted to focus on obviously the upcoming pageant and passing on her crown as the best way she can. So
Nasasabi ba niya sa'yo kung ano mga feelings niya that she's finally finishing her reign tapos passing on the crown to another girl?
I don't think she'd ever want to give the crown away, honestly. But
Talaga?
yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to? But she's had a really great reign. I think it's bittersweet, obviously, because you're Miss Universe for only that short period in time. But I know she feels very blessed for the opportunity she got and the fact that she represented the Philippines, and she's been very successful at it. So I think there's no regrets in that sense, and I think it will be really nice when the pageant comes on the 30th.
Okay. Mga kapuso, hindi niyo siguro alam na si Marlon, aside from racing sa mga kotse, nagre-race din ito, bisikleta naman. Triathlon,
wheels,
triathlete na din itong si Marlon. Tumatakbo, nagsiswimming at saka nagbibisikleta. Paano mo pinagsasabay yung training ng car racing tapos nagta-triathlon ka pa tapos meron ka pang Miss Universe na girlfriend? Grabe na yung oras mo.
Yung triathlon kasi parang that also goes hand in hand para sa karera. Because yung mga stereotype for drivers or racing drivers is like, oh, they just sit in the car lang, diba? And make manejo. But you really have to be fit. You have to be an athlete and you have to train. Because just as much as, you know, working at the desk or going to your day job 9 to 5, diba? It's the same with racing. It's a commitment. You can't just parang wake up one day and say, oh, I'm a racing driver. No, it doesn't work like that. It takes commitment, hard work. So one part of that hard work is training, and I really like doing triathlon because it goes well with my fitness that's necessary for racing.
Kasi ang
also.
triathlon, endurance yan eh.
Yeah.
Tapos ang racing with cars, endurance din pala.
Endurance
Hindi
din.
lang speed.
Hindi, kasi matagal din yung mga karera. Last year, it took me, like, I had a 24-hour race. And I did 8 hours. So that's longer than any triathlon I've ever done. So you need to prepare your body, you know, the same way like a boxer would go into a training camp and prepare for his one big match. It's the same principle for our sport. You know, we have to keep fit, we have to watch what we eat. it's a full-time job talaga.
Okay, your message to other young Filipinos who want to follow your footsteps, gusto ring maging sumali sa Formula 1 in the future?
Well, I mean, the best advice talaga I can give is always pursue your dreams, but also don't ever forget the fun in doing it, diba? We can get so easily caught up in, especially these days in social media. It's very easy to listen to what other people say or bashers and all these things. So just always focus on your own happiness in the pursuit of your own dreams. And I think whatever it is, whether it's Formula 1 or if you want to become a businessman, successful businessman, it will always work out as long as you enjoy it.
Okay, okay. Sorry tatanungin ko na lang rin ito. And it might be cheesy, pero your message to Pia.
Well, obviously, I just want to wish Pia the best for when she passes on the crown, and yeah, I miss her.
Thank you very much for being with us today, and good luck sa mga susunod mong race, whether with 2 wheels or with 4 wheels, triathlon man or car racing. Good luck, and you always make us proud as
Thank you.
Filipinos.
Maraming
Maraming salamat.
Thank
Mga
you.
kapuso, Marlon Stockinger, Pinoy Pride, ang kauna-unahang Pilipino na lumaban sa Formula 1 sa Europa at ang nagpatibok sa puso ng ating Miss Universe. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Marlon.
Cara.
Salamat.
Thank you.